Be honest with yourself for a second. Are you totally tired of just staring at your screen all afternoon? Look, we've all been there, right? You finish your homework, you crash on the couch, and before you know it, 2 entire hours have just vanished into an endless doom scroll on your phone. Your thumbs are getting an intense workout, sure, but the rest of you, completely checked out. Well, today, we're going to flip that script. We're talking about taking that idle energy and channeling it into something legendary. Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we are cracking open Inventing Your Own Sport, the Creator's Playbook. By the end of this, you aren't just going to be a player on the sidelines. You are going to be a game inventor. We're pulling directly from a highly effective student-centered lesson plan designed right for the Philippine setting. And we're going to break down exactly how you can create the next big, hype-worthy game right in your own neighborhood. Grab your gear because it's time to channel some serious main character energy.
All right, let's jump right into Part 1, the Barangay Masigla Challenge.
Picture this. Meet the youth of Barangay Masigla. This was a group of teenagers, honestly, probably a whole lot like you and your friends, who spent almost every single afternoon just glued to their cell phones. The energy was super low, and the boredom, sky high. But then, their physical education teacher stepped in and dropped a massive challenge on them. Stop scrolling, get up, and invent a brand new sport from scratch that would get absolutely everyone in the community active. No pressure, right?
So let's map out how it happened. It all started at step 1, that classic cell phone boredom. Then hit step 2, the teacher's challenge, which completely sparked a fire under them. Step 3 is where the real magic happens. The students put their heads together and invented a totally original game they called the SIPA Relay Challenge. What's crazy is they didn't need some massive, fancy stadium or expensive pro-level gear. They just used recycled materials, kept the rules simple, and relied heavily on teamwork. And finally, step 4, the grand launch at their school. The result? Total success. Literally everyone jumped in, and the best part was that even the students who didn't consider themselves athletic had an absolute blast.
So what's the ultimate takeaway from the Barangay Masigla crew? It's perfectly summed up right here. Great ideas become successful when people work together and respect one another. The SIPA Relay Challenge wasn't just a physical win. It actually taught these students the foundational values of cooperation, respect, and healthy living. You simply can't build a great game without a solid squad to test it, refine it, and actually play it.
Moving on to Part 2, Feasibility and Health Benefits.
Okay, so before you drop your brand new original sport on the world, you have to do a reality check. Is it actually feasible? Meaning, can it be played safely and easily using the stuff you actually have lying around? You gotta ask yourself, is it safe? Is it affordable? Can a lot of people jump in at once? And is it playable in your community? Look, if your game requires an ice rink, but you live in a tropical climate, yeah, that's a no-go. If it requires $1,000 equipment, it's not exactly affordable. A great inventor always works with what they have.
Now, when you invent a game that actually works, you aren't just creating fun. You are literally delivering a massive physical and mental health boost straight to your friends. Think of it like leveling up your real-life stats. Active gameplay improves cardiovascular endurance. It strengthens muscles and bones. It boosts coordination and balance. But it is not just physical. Ditching the phones and playing together reduces stress and heavily encourages real social interaction. You are essentially designing a healthier, happier community. How cool is that?
Let's dive into Part 3, Mastering Rules and Skills.
Think about it. Every single sport ever invented needs rules. Rules are the code of the game. They guide fair play and maintain order. Without them, your brand new sport is just going to turn into a bunch of people running around causing chaos. Rules are what actually create the challenge. They tell players exactly what they can do, what they definitely can't do, and how someone actually wins. Keeping those rules simple and tight, just like the youth of Barangay Masigla did, ensures that everyone knows how to play fair and square.
So the next crucial step is deciding your game's core mechanics. Which of these core physical skills will your players need to execute to take home the win? Will your sport rely on high-speed running and jumping? Will it be totally focused on throwing and catching? Maybe kicking? Or does it demand insane team coordination? As the creator, you literally get to mix and match these skills to create a completely unique challenge. Maybe it's a wild jumping and throwing game, or a precision kicking and catching game. The combo is entirely up to you.
And finally, we hit Part 4, the power of sportsmanship.
You know, you can design the absolute greatest, most action-packed sport in the world, but if the players don't know how to treat each other, the game is gonna fail, period. It comes down to this powerful dynamic: accepting victory humbly versus accepting defeat gracefully. This is the true test of any athlete. When you win, do you brag and trash talk the other team? Or do you shake their hands? When you lose, do you throw a total fit and blame the rules? Or do you congratulate the winner? Handling both the hype of winning and the sting of losing with maturity, that is what true sportsmanship is all about.
This mindset right here builds the ultimate foundation of a great game. Sportsmanship means being honest on the field. It means respecting your opponents because, hey, without them, you wouldn't even have a game to play. And it means strictly following the rules you all agreed on. When everyone brings that respect in sportsmanship, it creates an incredibly positive vibe for everyone involved. It's the secret ingredient that guarantees they'll want to come back and play your game again tomorrow.
So there you have it. We've officially covered the playbook. We took some serious inspiration from Barangay Masigla. We learned how to evaluate feasibility and health benefits. We mapped out how to combine rules and physical skills, and we grounded the whole thing in sportsmanship. The only thing left now is for you to step up. What sport will you invent today? It's time to put the cell phones down, rally your friends, grab some recycled materials, and become a creator. The field is officially yours. Have fun out there.